Hey everybody, this is Holly, aka Hanaya the Goddess, and this is Morning Mimosas, where we put value in criminal justice, promoting healing and education for our Black community. So today, y'all, this young lady here, well, she's a woman, but young still. Um, what she's doing in the community is a really, really good thing, and I'll actually be one of the first people to say that I've gotten help from her personally. She's helped me and my children in the past. So I'd like to welcome from the lounge. We are going to be lounging with Miss Aspen Chin.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for welcoming me and having me on your show. It's definitely an honor. And yes, I am very familiar. It was such an honor overall because I remember our first interaction. I think I know your sister, Krista.
Yep.
And yeah, so I love her. Y'all all have this good energy, good vibe. So when you had extended out, I was like, let me make sure I can do whatever I can for this woman. So I appreciate you for inviting me.
Well, we appreciate having you on. So, Miss Aspen, you want to go ahead and tell the Morning Mimosa viewers and then also your people a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Oh, crazy. Yeah, so my name is Aspen Chin. I am the CEO founder of The Lounge, a nonprofit here in Denver, really promoting academic and life excellence overall through resources. So, my main resource is my 10-month curriculum, and it is available to ages 7 to 22. And I know that's a really wide range of age, but very crucial ages because that's where we start, to retain habits in development. And 22 is like that really cutoff age of, okay, now you got to take life a little bit more serious. So, helping our students, learn good habits so that while they're building the most important years of their life, they're actively doing things that don't set them back. And I personally, am a part of the BIPOC community myself. So, being a Black woman, I definitely experienced a lot of triumph in these spaces, and so that is who I serve. The Black and Brown community, making sure our people do actually have the resources that they need to be successful and to keep going. I am born and raised in Denver. My name is Aspen. So I went to Cherokee School District, though, to finish out my, I'd say, most important years of my education. And within that, I just seen a cutoff, definitely a cutoff for resources, a cutoff for Black students. And even I, unfortunately, personally experienced my AVID teacher, who literally was supposed to be the resources I needed to be prepared. She didn't, because she was a white woman, I don't think she really understood my struggles. And because of
Right.
that, yeah, rather than her being supportive in the aid and teacher I needed, she seen that basically my behavior in school had changed. And I went from a super on-time student to maybe missing morning classes and etc., or maybe missing turning in classes, or just my habits started to decrease. And it was just primarily because I was a senior and I had 3 jobs in high school. So, and I had to work that much because I was young and it wasn't, first of all, easy to just get a full-time job. And I needed something that worked with my school schedule, and I needed a certain amount of money to pay for my car because I wasn't senior. And like life is different for certain ages, and
Right.
definitely kudos to the parents who let their students be a student all the way through those years. But my mom, she tried as hard as she could, and she did amazing. But there was just, it became a burden to. I love playing sports, and high school packages. I don't know if y'all ever cheered or played volleyball, but it is not cheap. So,
No, it's not.
um, oh man, and I was like, I'm not gonna make my mom. She does enough for me, and I was like, I could take the responsibility, but um, I really needed more resources. And because of this teacher and her letting me know, literally was the last day she'd ever probably talked to me in my life. I was getting my senior checkout form signed, and I didn't have the best of grades, but guess what? I was graduating. And she told
Okay.
me overall, you feel me? Um, she said that what happens when the college rescinds my offer? And I was like, you're a hater. And it's just crazy
Right.
because, you were supposed to be my teacher and somebody I trusted in the resources. And I'm glad that, I wasn't on my last leg, or I wasn't in a terrible mindset to the point where I believed her, because that would have been so horrible. I took that and I was like, I will never let teachers like you poison our students again. You will
Amen.
never be the reason that another black kid feels, etc. And I just really, I felt bad for her, because her ignorance was bliss in this situation. You didn't know who I was. And it even went to the point where she used to try to like call home and like tell my mom I wasn't in class and things. Like, my mom knows where I am. I'm at home sleeping in my bed because I was at work all night. Like, you're trying to create a situation or whatever you're trying to do, based off of, I feel like, more stereotypical situations that you've worked with black kids. You don't understand me. So I
Right.
definitely, yeah, I made that vow. And then straight out of high school, I started this work. I came up with the business plan, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. So how am I going to do this? And it really just took, I always went by like a motto: it's not what you know, it's who you know. I was going to college my first couple years, and and it's funny, I'm going back this year to finish that degree, but I started my psych degree, because I was like,
Mm.
you know what? Yes, ma'am. Mental health is important for Black people, and
Yes.
I I
Yes.
wanted to support in that space. And I always loved people and healing people, and so I started it. And I was like, right now, I got a different opportunity to just learn business, and learn opportunity without having to spend money.
Right.
And then I got to finish that opportunity, and God put me in the position to be able to go full time into the lounge. And after learning all of those things, I took that business plan and I started networking with like other nonprofits. I don't know if you know her. She's the city councilwoman of Montbello, Miss Stacey Gilmore.
Mm.
I started with her. So she has a nonprofit named Elk Environmental Learning for Kids. I'm their first after school program. I offer my services there, and that was like my pilot company. And they really love me. Like, the kids, I have a recurring list of students that come back. Me and Amanda, that's my girl. We built great relationships, and making sure she's actually one of my students. And then I have, a couple other mentors that hang out with me, Kent and Trinity. And then as we're continuing to build our team, more mentors in that space. But I also have different partners that I do provide that service as well. Compound of Compassion, and Youth Empowerment Agency. And overall, these are partners. Oh, yes, and Tia Burns. So she's a part of Empowerment. And all of these women, powerful circle of women, are connected to, school districts. And like Cherry Creek, it's actually ironic. Shayna Shaw, she had me at Prairie last year for the end of the year celebration. And
Mm.
full circle, yeah, like full circle. So I'm actually going to be back in Overland with the lounge. It's going to be so crazy. I'm going to be back in Overland, and because Shayna's connected to CCD, or Cherry Creek School District. So we're going
Mhm.
to be there providing mentorship and these resources, for mental health. And Youth Thrive is also another resource. Just more curriculum, helping them with social and emotional wellness. And we just continue to do that work. And literally, that's all I've been doing. I've been building based off of an 18-year-old business plan. And I didn't stop, and I've been praying, and I've been asking God, like, what's my placement in this? And literally, I'm living in my experience. I've always been someone who hated injustice. So I was like, you know what? Anyway, I'm going to figure it out. And God willingly, I definitely figured it out. And it didn't have to, it all felt like it flowed. Every step that I've taken has come with ease, because I know how to take in the blessing now, and like, okay, now I know what to do. And now our next goal is just to continue. We also have an account with the city of Denver, so we're looking to really cover some space, get a building, get a staff. I'm looking to build my head count to from 10 to like 15 to 30,
Mm.
because we're looking to do some coverage. Yes, we are really looking to, like, we have 7 locations right now, literally, that we can be at, and all ranging from like 5th grade all the way to high school. And our students need us right now. Like, there is such a
Mhm.
disconnect. Yes,
Yes.
like, such a disconnect right now in the schools between the teachers and the students, and like
Huge.
Man, like if you hear what our students literally are just begging for, they just want leaders, and they want leaders who want to be there. And our teachers, they're suffering just based off of this life is hard, and like at the end of the day, they have to make a living, and it dealing with not having enough resources overall, and then having to struggle with your own living. They're tired, and because of that, the way that they perceive their students is not positive, and the way that
Right.
their students are perceiving them is not positive. And so our school system needs a lot more resources and a lot more people to take. It takes a village, and I always say that it takes a village. And so we are looking to take more coverage and support, Cherry Creek School District, one of the biggest school districts in Colorado, Denver Public School District, APS, all of these spaces, because these are primarily a BIPOC community that is struggling. Well, I'd say overly of the BIPOC community of Cherry Creek School District. And so these spaces really do need, more Black and brown representatives that can do and have done. I always say a perfect mentor is someone who just has experience. You don't have to have college degrees and all of these things that make you feel better about, you could be
Hmm.
from the hood and know something about the street life and got your life together and chose a different path. You could teach a young boy. Mentorship is just so much different now, and our students
Hmm.
need to see so many different people that relate to them, but that are doing positive. I'm not a mentor who shoves one path down your throat. Like in school, they say, get good grades, go to college. I mean, excuse my language, but really fuck that. Like, nobody
Right.
always wants to go to college. Like that
Right.
is, and I hated school. That's really why I stopped going at 19. I was like, bro, I want to turn out. I want to have fun. I do not care
Hmm.
about this right now. I do not want to sit in a 75 student class and listen to you lecture me. This is
Exactly.
stupid.
Ooh, Ja, I agree there. I agree there. Okay.
So y'all just don't do that for our students. But a lot of people don't know what the Black community really goes through, and so we just need more people who have had these experiences and who are willing to be like, I'll take 5 of you under my wing and make sure you get from 7th grade to 12th grade, and you're confident in that next plan. I have 7th graders right now who literally I had one conversation with them about what they want to do in life. I asked them a few questions. One being, have you ever made a vision board? No, I don't even know what that is. Okay, crazy. Do you know anybody in your family, or have you ever thought of maybe creating a business? What do you want to do after you get out of school? Good question. I don't know. Okay, perfect. Same student comes back to me after having, because that question clearly resonated with them, but they thought about it and they came back to me like, Miss, after our conversation, she didn't make a logo, and she's ready to make a website, and she's ready to start making her products. She wants to make a skincare routine. But literally, it took influence of 1 to 2 questions of a 1 minute conversation, and her coming back to class excited. Like literally, it took one person for what knows what. You may have changed the whole trajectory of this young girl's life just because you care a little bit. So like, I'm looking for people like that. It's literally as simple as being a good person and someone who wants to just pour back into our youth, and you are going to feel so much more fulfilled from that. So that's really the work that I do, really the why behind it. I love to pour back into the community, because I can only imagine how much if I was poured into by my teachers. Actually, I had one Black teacher my senior year, and that woman I really think helped keep me going, because she wanted to let me stay in her class, but literally she was my morning class and I was not making it to class. And she told me, she pulled me aside one day, she said, you are amazing and you are going to go so far. And right now, a part of your grade is attendance. And I'm not going to fail you. You are not going to put me in that position to fail you, because you are amazing. So I'm going to literally take you out of this class. But here is my business card. Here is all of these resources connected to me if you want to continue this relationship. And I was like, I'm crying, because I really do love this criminal investigation class. But you're right. I have to make a decision right now. And so she was Black though. She was a Black woman with a PhD like in criminal justice. So she
Ooh.
really did, like, and she was one. once I can only imagine if I had more of her pouring into me that whole year, those whole 4 years of high school, I probably would have really chose some different decisions. But it's okay. Now I can do it for our kids. And so, yeah, that's my why. That's what I do. And this the lounge, a place where we really care, a place where we rehabilitate, and a place, a home away from home. And that's why we call it the lounge. So you come chill. And once I get my specific building in the community, it is going to be the hangout spot. Our kids need a space to be safe. Our kids need a space to be kids. There are too many kids who are not kids anymore because the dynamic of families right now is just, the world is just different. And
Very.
unfortunately, yes, not all of our families are fortunate enough to give their students that life that they deserve. So while they're trying their hardest, mom's working 12-hour shifts, why can't student have a space to come chill and be safe? While students, while mom's doing X, Y, and Z, student also might have 12 to 13 siblings. That's a real thing nowadays that I've been listening to. And our kids are literally feeling not just unnoticed because their parents have a lot on their plate. So I want to be able to give our students that reinforcement, like, bro, you're okay. Come here. Anytime you just need to chill, come here. You need some help on your homework, come here. You want to play a sport, come here. You need some resources for something, come here. So, yes, that's all I got.
Oh, that is amazing. So no, I don't even have any questions because you answered my questions as you were speaking, and that I actually love that. Actually, because I was actually more interested in what you had to say. So you answered all my questions. I actually have no more questions, y'all. This is Aspen Chin of the Lounge. Can you let the people know where to find you, how to support, and then we're gonna close out from here.
Yeah, so you guys can find me literally it's Facebook, my website, Instagram, at the lounge 2022 .org, at Instagram, at Facebook, and how you guys can support, get involved, come be a mentor. I am so serious. I'm looking to build the biggest mentors and also have people who want to lead teams of mentors. Like, we are here to change the city. Like, Denver's about to know who we are. So I'm looking for people who want to look, who want to put on the city, and who wants to be the reason that we buy back the hood, who wants to be the reason that gentrification stops, who wants to be the reason that our students have 100% graduation rate in some, who wants to be the reason that we break generational curses and start generational wealth. So apply at thelounge.org, and support. You can donate because we are a nonprofit. We have a current budget that we're looking to support the students in, like I said, over 7 different locations. And we have a lot of events and just programs and things coming up. If you have students, if you are brothers and sisters and siblings, get involved. If you're someone between the age of 7 and 22, there's a couple locations probably near you in the Aurora, Denver area that I can get you at. I'm in Martello, I'm in Aurora, I'm in Denver, I got you. We can get you somewhere to get you some resources. So just go to the website, fill out the contact info. All my information's on there. You can email me, you can call me, fill out that contact information. I'll be able to see it, and let's get connected.
Okie dokie. I will also put all of the links to all of her social media and also her website alongside this interview. Once again, y'all, we were lounging with Aspen. And as you guys know, once again, actually, before I go, thank you again for sitting with Morning Mimosas. We totally appreciate you, and we will continue to support you any way that we can. And we're actually going to go ahead and head out. As you guys know, this is Morning Mimosas, where we put value in criminal justice, promoting healing and education for our Black community. You guys stay tuned.
Oh, it was such an